Are you ready? Let's go. Well, hello, folks. Hello, folks. We're testing this. I'm hoping that this recording is recording and not just streaming live to you guys.
I think it's just streaming live
on a Thursday.
Well, this
on our Saturday morning. So, you know what? I see we've got comments, guys. We're doing it live on here. So it's supposed to be Saturday. So, anyway, oh well, it's first time for everything. So. Thanks for being in on a Thursday. Yes, it's Saturday already, Wizzy. Glad to have you.
Saturday.
Yes, it's Saturday. So hopefully this is, well, we'll play it again for you Saturday. So anyway.
What the heck?
It's a 2-for-1. So
there you go.
We may if
they hit the link when we share it on the thing, it'll show the show. So no big deal. So anyways. Let's go down. Let's pretend like we don't have comments, and let's stay with the show we have.
We will stay with the show we have, and come up with if there's somebody pops up with something good, we might run with it. But anyway, I solicited questions for people for today, and I'm going to kick us off with we got some good ones, and Tomoya Ohara, one of our Plasticados from Japan, said, could you walk us through the process of how a kit goes from the initial idea to being released for sale? So take it away, snake oil salesman.
Oh, I knew you were going to give that to me. I thought you'd take it. How it starts, guys, just like our very first kit. It's again, we did this because we're model build, Jim's a designer. I'm a model builder. We love race cars. Got Matt involved right away. And basically we're making what we like.
Yep.
And then secondly, can we get licensed for it?
Yep.
So that becomes the big hurdle. It took us we started in 2018. It took us to 2022 to get the current car on the track.
Mm-hmm.
It took us to 23 to get the Indy car. So we had a bunch of older cars that we got the GM license first. Then it took us 2 years to get Chrysler licensing, which is kind of where we wanted to start with the petty Chargers and stuff.
Yeah.
But, it just is what it is. It really comes down to licensing. But really, what do we make? We make what we like. What we want, it's like this Lotus 38 that's up for sale right now.
Look at that thing.
Got a little bit of adjustment on the tires we caught. These are Michael's tires, but they're just a hair wide. Jim's going to thin them out before Matt turns them into rubber. But it's a beautiful kit. Took a while to build. There's 150 plus parts there with all the wedge and everything. And it went together great. And then, so we basically just make what we like, what we want. So buy the Lotus 38 because I want a Lotus 64, which is already designed, ready to go. And, hopefully it's kind of like, it reminds me of Matt. whenever bands talk about writing songs, right?
Mm-hmm.
They always go, well, they write the songs for themselves. They don't sit there and try and write them for Matt. And then they hope other people like what they like. And that's basically the whole thing of this company. It's stuff we like. And if other people like it, that's great. I love that.
So
Lotus
that's
82, the 82. I'm gonna have to do two at one. You know that, Matt?
Yeah.
I got to do the 82 and the 19 at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying.
Yeah, I'm gonna build that.
Yeah. We got one of our guys bought two of them.
Really?
No, like about 10 guys have bought two of them already.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, most guys are buying because I don't know if you flip over to the decal sheet, Jim. If you can see that, it's watermarked. The decal sheet has the 66, 19, and which is Jim Clark, and the 18, which is Al Unser. And then it has the 82, 65 winner, first rear engine car ever to win. The Indy 500 for Jim Clark, and then Bobby Jones's teammate. And if you notice on the Bobby Jones, the yellow doesn't go around that nose cone in the front there like that. It goes straight off the edge, the line.
Oh, yeah.
Did a great job. I have to give Clay a lot of credit. Did a good job. But that's how we just do what we like. But then it always comes down to, can you get a license?
Yep.
And that's always that barrier that determines if we can do it or if we can't do it. I hope that answers everyone's questions.
I think it should. I'm trying to.
I don't know. I have a lot of questions.
Yeah, go ahead. Fire away, man.
Well, I don't know if they pertain to what we're talking about today.
Probably not. I can't get the pictures onto here from the other website and stuff like that. I wish I'd had some of them on here, but anyway, I don't. So,
well, we just got the update from Linda Estrada from Hendrick on the Kansas paint schemes.
Oh, that's good.
And I know that Chase is running. I didn't look at it. I seen the notification. I know Chase is running the Kelly Blue Book.
Mm-hmm.
And Kyle Larson's running the same damn car every week. And, I don't know what Byron and Bowman's same damn car almost.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I mean, we get them. They do a great job over there at Hendrick. I mean, me and Jim would have, going back to that same question, we would have never dreamed that we did a deal with Ryan Beadle. God, I don't know what year, Jim, that would have been. What, 18, 19, maybe into 18. And Ryan Beadle happened to work for Joe Mattis at JR Motorsports.
Oh, wasn't he with GM, the licensing with GM?
No, he was with JR Motorsports, and they handled Hendrick licensing. So Joe hit him up. Joe knew my dad and stuff, and Joe hit him up and said, hey, do you think they'd be interested in doing the Hendrick cars, right? And Ryan no longer works there. He works with his sister now. But Joe still is. He's vice president in charge of the licensing over there at JR Motorsports. And so Joe took the ball and ran, introduced us to the NASCAR people, got us the Hendrick licensing immediately. And we think we're making the Gen 6 car. And then we run into NASCAR and they go, yep, hold your horses there, boys.
Yep.
In May of 2021, they go, we got something here special for you, but you can't say a word. So we couldn't tell Joe until
we couldn't tell anybody, and everybody, certain people thought we were liars and just throwing a
bad men.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
because we were lying to them, and then I think most of them have come around. Some of them are still, a little butthurt, but that's the way it goes.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Well, let's go back.
I like the way
to
it
thing.
went.
Me too.
Yeah,
Me too.
it was. Well, I love the car. I mean,
Yeah.
and the people that don't love the car, I don't know. I don't even know where you come from. I love race cars.
It's a
And
cool race car.
To
It's
me,
just a
this
neat
is
looking
the
race
first ever full-blown race car that NASCAR's ever done.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the days of sheet metal are long gone, guys. Can you imagine if we seen like a real Toyota, driving around the track that looked like the car on the road, or even the Camaro? It was like half the size of the NASCAR Cup car. You know what I mean?
Just about, yes.
It would. I don't know. They did a great job, and I like the ground effects. I really love that. Gives them more options on, how to control the wind and whatever to make racing more competitive. So they have two options. They don't just have a spoiler anymore. They can screw with the under tray. Take fins out, put fins in, and really create competitive racing, which I think. But I do love the car.
Can the club members still order the add-ons for September, or have kits shipped?
No, September we're running behind. I told everyone we're not going to catch up to October, and they're probably going to ship the first week of October, and then October will be here along with September. So we'll space it a little bit, you know what I mean? But we'll probably ship close to the 15th or 20th of October. Probably ship the first week of October, the September kits, and then the second and a half week of October, we'll send the October kits, and we'll be right back on track. And
so in very short, go ahead.
And I do want to thank everybody for their thoughts that they sent out to me and Marco. Really appreciate that, and also their patience. Really was good.
I got a text a few minutes ago, just before we started. Lynn Petty passed.
Oh,
yeah. So
he's been dealing with some real stuff for a long time.
Yeah, that was. Sorry to hear that.
Sorry.
She's been a good friend of the show, good friend of the family.
Yeah.
Yep. I've known her since she was a little girl. So, yeah, that's some tough news.
That's a tough one. Yeah.
Yeah.
A nice lady.
Okay. I've seen mixed information about clear coating over decals with foil numbers. I've heard that it reduces the shine of the foil. For example, the most recent Budweiser kit release. Do you have a suggestion, or should I experiment?
Go ahead,
that
Matt.
last one, don't experiment.
Well, before Matt starts on how to do it, remember, Matt doesn't work for the company, okay? So I'm going to give you our advice.
Oh, now I'm completely disconnected from the company.
Yeah, you have to be right now.
Throwing that one on me.
Our advice is don't clear coat any decals because we don't replace them. If you clear coat decals, you clear coat them at your own risk. Take it away, Matt.
I actually, when it comes to foiling, I would highly have to lean on that. I mean, as far as what you do with the other ones, but if you can lay those down individually and not clear coat them, that's really the best way to go. But if you're going to clear coat them, it's risky. It really is risky. Probably the only clear I could say would probably have the highest percentage of not crinkling or messing up on you would be a urethane clear, or as everybody calls them, 2K clears. Those are pretty. That kind of clear kind of can go over anything. But other than that, it's risky. It's risky with the foil. I tried to always lay foil decals down on top of everything.
Yeah, if you use lacquer, don't even try.
Oh,
It'll
don't
look like
not,
somebody
yeah,
rain. It'll look like you have rain spots all over your foil. So
Yeah.
you have with lacquer, if you do clear, in my case, I did clear the Gray Ghost, and I put the decals, as you said, Matt, on the outside of the clear, the
Yeah.
numbers, the 28s on the side.
yeah.
I put it on the outside. I didn't clear over them.
And the thing about these decals today, it's not like how they used to be. They're pretty durable, where you can lay decals down without clearing over them, and they're going to be pretty durable and stay on your model for years and years and years.
Yeah, I see Jay and Clay use what you said, the urethane over top of the foil, and the 2K clear. So they know how to buy it.
2K clear, yeah.
And it's successful. They're successful.
A 2K clear isn't hot, chemically hot either. So when it lays down and how it works compared to like lacquers and other solvent based paints and clears and stuff like that, it's a different animal. It's so it doesn't really affect things. That's why you can put it over almost anything. But again,
remember the company policy. We suggest not clear any decals, period. That is our company policy. You do it at your own risk, and some people are great at it. I know guys that even do it with cans of paint. I don't know how they do it, but they do.
Yeah.
But they, no matter what process you're using, I use PPG lacquer, competition clear. I mean, I wrecked a lot of cars. I wrecked a lot of cars to learn. I had to go back down to the store, rebuy the car. You know what I mean? Before I learned my system. And it depends on where you live, what your temperatures are. Matt happens to live in probably the greatest place in the world to paint is in Phoenix, Arizona. Is probably the best place in the world to paint. I happen to live into a pretty good place, California. I'm out more towards away from the beach, so we have very, very low humidity here, and now in Texas it's a little tougher. And as you get into the humidity areas, and then cold, when you get down below a certain degree, all that comes into, what I do in California wouldn't be what Jim would do in Texas or what you would do in North Carolina. You have to figure out how to paint. We can't, there isn't one system on painting that works nationwide.
Yeah.
In fact, I remember a guy used to paint slot car bodies. Guy out here, I painted mine was Barry, but there was a guy back east, great painter. He would not paint in the winter.
No.
So in the winter, he would not take orders. He'd wait till it warmed up, and then because he used lacquer, Jim, and he would wait till it warmed up, and then he would paint like crazy, and then the winter he'd shut it down. So
you got to have the hot and the low, or the low humidity to just atomize the liquid and take away the thinner. Matt, what do you think of using the floor shines, the quick shines?
I am not a fan of it. It's kind of what it is there's other the type of clear that it is. It's basically an acrylic enamel, which is a good clear. That a lot of your what's getting very popular, the Mr. Hobby clears that a lot of people are trying to get a hold of, are acrylic enamel, and a clear that I do like, that everybody's, well, hold your horses, I am a fan, and I'm thinking about buying some and giving it another shot, and I'll do a video, is Krylon Crystal Clear. That was my go-to years ago, because that clear, I have a white model that's almost 30 years old, and it's still as white as the driven snow, and still shines, and it was all done with Krylon Crystal Clear. And pretty much Krylon Crystal Clear and your premium top coat from Mr. Hobby, exact same stuff. And that floor stuff is really, it's kind of the same chemical, But the floor stuff, I've had issues with that stuff, and it doesn't last. It really dulls out fast, and I have had that stuff yellow, so I'm not a fan of it. And I used to use it back in like the late 80s, early 90s, because we didn't have a lot of choices.
Mm-hmm.
Today we have so many great choices and availability of great, that type of clear and acrylic enamel that you just don't really need to go that route. In my opinion, that is. It's just like I think it's the substandard stuff to use. It's designed for something else.
I have 50 years on PPG competition clear.
Yeah.
White, bright white is the first day I did it. So it's
Yes.
If you use automotive, well, look at the cars out there. The 2K clears, the early ones were terrible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You see the cars peeling
laminated
and stuff. Yeah. Whereas lacquer's been around since before we were in diapers.
Yeah.
So it works. So, but the 2K clears of today are just much better than they were back then.
That's the superior product.
My
dad told me about he built a hot rod when he was a kid, when he was 18, 19, something like that, and he painted the body with a brush.
Mm-hmm.
With the lacquers then, and it would just self-level, and it looked, I don't know if he went back and hand rubbed it or anything like that, but he said, just with a brush, and it just leveled out nice and smooth.
Yeah, you have to sand the crap out of lacquer. You have to polish it. You put it this way, it's a lot of work, but it really looks cool when it's done.
Oh,
it actually makes 2K clear look milky. So if you do, MCW puts PPG, their clear is PPG competition clear. So if you don't want to go buy a quart of it and make a gallon, you can just buy little bottles of it from them. But good luck, man. I mean, I'm about to do a card today, Matt. I'm setting it up, and I'll dust it. Then I'll go back and dust it 2 hours later.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go back and dust it another 2 hours later. It's pretty warm. It's in the 70s, high 70s.
This is a good time to be painting.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to get this card done before it cooled off here, October.
Yeah.
So I'll do it. And then at the end of the night, it depends on time. Right now it's 11:17 here. But if I can get at least 3 coats on with 2 hours in between, right at the end of the night around dinner time, I'll do a fast coat around the car as fast as I can. Then I wait to the next day, and then I do a double coat and call it a day, and then wait about a week and sand my butt off and buff my butt off. And
I really like the looks of hand buffed lacquer. It has a different look. It has a totally different look than when you shoot the 2K clear or basically a base coat clear coat type of paint job. I really love using, if I have a car that I'm just doing solid, and it's not a race car, there's no decals going on, and I do a model car that is a solid color, no metal flake or anything, and I shoot it with a lacquer. I love the looks of hand rubbing out just the color, and it gives it the shine that the cars had years ago. Like a little Porsche 911 I was working on, and I used this TS spray can of Tamiya, which are synthetic lacquers. Out of the can, it was Italian red, and I polished it up, and it looks absolutely beautiful. We lost you, Rick. Did we
That's
totally
okay.
lose him?
He looks better now. So much younger.
What? That's quite the smile. Oh, there he is. Okay.
What about Tester's gloss coat?
If you want gasoline, that's really good. If you want your car to look like you used a gas pump to clear it.
Yeah.
That stuff is terrible. Just take Testers and throw it in the trash.
Yeah. Testers technology.
Rust-Oleum owns them now.
They just won't. I mean, for a while they were doing these. The only time I ever really liked testers was they were doing factory colors lacquer in a can. I did like those to a degree, but the clear was horrible. So I used to just use those but it was mainly because they were factory colors. Wow, I could go to the hobby shop and get a can of actual, competition blue or petty blue, or I could get.
Oh, I remember that. They put the numbers.
I love Panther Pink. I was doing some Panther Pink models, and I was able to get a can of that. I would actually give anything to have another can of that from Testers. But when they stopped that line, I stepped away from Testers again. I just never liked their stuff. And it's the technology. They never upped it. They put a nozzle like a WD-40 nozzle on their paint can. So it would, like you said, it's like hosing it with a gasoline nozzle. Where these other companies like Tamiya and Mr. Hobby, they've put some technology and engineering into those nozzles that they just spray so nice. And it's a world difference.
Yeah, I take back what I said though. When I was slot car racing, there was this one guy, Vince, I forget his last name. He used to run the races. He painted all his cars with Testers paint. They were beautiful. But he had a technique.
People figured it. Yeah, some people figure it out.
Yeah, but you still couldn't get the clear over white.
No, their clear was yellow out of the can.
Oh, everybody disappeared there for a second on me.
We hear you. We just see you.
I see you.
Oh, well, that's what's important.
You look great in black, Rick. You look really good. It's slimming and makes you look so much younger.
Yeah, you got a lot of color in your face.
I think I'm back.
No, you're not. But your audio,
can't hear nothing.
Wow. So, but
we can hear you.
Matt, what was the
can't hear you.
You were going to go back to?
Krylon Crystal Clear. I want to try that out again because it was I never failed me. It was good stuff. And the nozzles, again, it would be so much better. I went to Testers. I went to Tamiya and left Krylon Crystal Clear because of the nozzles.
Rick, log out and then log back in. I wonder if the Tamiya or the Hobby nozzles would actually fit on some of those other cans.
They don't. Tried it. It would be so nice if they did.
Hey, Jim, take me out and put me back in.
Okay, you're going to have to rejoin, but I'm taking you out of the studio.
Okay. Oh man, but yeah,
was it you that told me about the Krylon matte clear?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that for like you were wanting to do a dirty, dusty vehicle, what you just finished, and if you wanted to seal up your work after that, get yourself some of that Krylon Crystal Clear matte, especially like they have it in what I suggested to you is a very common thing used in charcoal drawings and pencil drawings and stuff like that on the artists do on canvas and stuff. And so when they're completed their charcoal artwork, they will shoot it and seal it in with Krylon Crystal Clear flat. Krylon even markets you can find over at Hobby Lobby in those sections that Krylon Crystal Clear actually markets it that way.
Or pastels,
yeah, for pastel. Thank you. I couldn't remember what they were called, but yeah, it's a very common thing used.
You can hear me now, right, Jim?
Yep, we can see you too.
Yeah, what happened was the mold shop called and knocked me out.
Oh,
okay. And then when I came back, I couldn't hear you guys.
Oh,
so
we could hear you.
I got out and went back into the deal. All right, but anyways, cool. What else we got, Jim? Anything else?
Okay. Hey,
or you want to talk about
I've heard that Rick's father, Ralph, once worked as an STP rep.
Oh.
At the time, was Rick also involved in racing industry in some way? That Tamoya, that's a that's a
Yeah,
conversation that
I'll
can
just
go on
give him a
for a week.
short version.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pop started in '63 with STP. Worked with the Granatellis. Was in racing all the way through '73. Andy got whatever. He either got fired or quit. It depends on whose story you listen to. And then they made my father vice president in charge of racing, and he retired in '92, same year as Richard Petty. I worked for him as a kid all the way to about, what year did I meet you, Jim? About 87, 88, somewhere
About
in there.
80. It was 89.
89. Well, I think the last year I worked for him was 87. I went to Indy, Daytona, every damn track in this country, and it's a long story, but we were definitely involved in racing for a lot of years, and still are in a sense. We still
Yeah,
talk with the
yeah,
Petties, and now we're talking with the Allison daughters. Now that Bobby passed, but there's a few of them. Donnie's still out there. Dale, my buddy Dale, Dell Emmon, so it's kind of fun to be in touch with. And in fact, like Lauren Rainier, who grew up alongside me at the racetrack, or Colbert Seagraves, Ralph Seagraves from Winston. We chat for forever, we get on the phone, or Jim Hannigan, who worked for Coors, now works for Richard. He started in about '83. You know, we're all around the same age. I think Lauren's a little bit younger than us, but we all kind of grew up there together. So now the kids are all talking. So it's kind of fun reliving the days.
Somewhere
I
in the near
found a great
future.
picture. Found a great picture at Riverside. Marco has been going through stuff. It was me and one of my dad's best friends, Johnny Piscatella, and
Oh, he got another phone call.
that wasn't me. That wasn't me. But anyways, it is a great picture. The three of us standing in the pit wall. He had a clipboard, and Marco, I just put it in my room the other day. I have tons of pictures, though. When my dad left STP, who bought it? Clorox bought STP, right? And they just bought it to kill it because they wanted to. They had bought Armor All, and Son of a Gun was an up and coming company, so they bought it basically to kill it. And that's when my dad retired. And they stayed with Richard. They filled the contract for what? It was about 3 years after Richard. Yeah. And then Cheerios came on. But they stayed there. They fulfilled their contract.
Yeah, until about '97.
Is that what it was? Yeah.
Yeah, that was when Cheerios came on.
Yeah, they filled it. Then they came back whenever they sold it. It popped up this year, So I don't know who owns it now. I have no idea. But it was a great ride. Andy Granatelli is a legend. Yep. And he really he made a little logo. When we were kids, when me and Matt and Jim were kids, you knew STP as well as you knew Coca-Cola.
Yes.
That isn't the case anymore. But it was a great ride being part of that, and had a lot of fun. A
little quick rock and roll history here, real fast. That is why the band Stone Temple Pilots named themselves that, because they wanted to. They said we need to use STP because it's recognized all over the world and everybody knows the logo. That's why they came up with that name.
Stone Temple Pilots.
It was an immediate copyright infringement.
Absolutely, and they could have cared less. Hey, it's rock and roll, man. It's all about rebellion.
Yep. And nobody cared at the time. They timed it perfect. Clorox.
They did, because it came out right about the time that the Clorox was trying to kill it. So
yeah,
cared less.
Yep. So it worked out great. And but anyways, yeah, that's the long and short of it. It could go on forever about that. And in fact, we will when we have guests like Colbert Seagraves on and Lauren Rainier. We're going to record a bunch now that we're set up. And I don't have the issues we had family wise. We're going to start recording. Jim Hannigan's going to come on, who's worked with Richard since '94. Before that, he was Coors sports director. I don't know. He'll tell you the story. But he picked up with Little Al the year after I left Gallus, and he worked did the Bill Elliott deal, did all of it, so he's got some great stories. Colbert was with Winston with his father forever, and then of course Lauren Rainier Racing, one of our favorite people, done a lot for this company, great guy. So we're gonna get them on probably first, those three, and then we'll start getting some other people. There's my baby.
I figured I'd put something on in lieu of your face. So
yeah, that does look great.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, and so let's get into what kits we have right now available. So the late September kits are the Buddy Baker 79 Spectra Oil Monte Carlo. We have that will be out in the next week or so, or 2 weeks maybe. And then the that goes with that is finally, they're already done sitting on the floor, but we need to wait for this. The Rebel Bourbon Kyle Busch car, which I love. I think that's probably one of the best cars we've ever done. That's going to be a fun one to build. And then
for it.
And then we announced on the show, the club show on Tuesday, which they always get heads up on anything. Our historic car for October is going to be a 2-in-1. You can build it either way. It's the 82. You need to change that on the box, Jim. 82 Petty Richards. There's the Rebel Bourbon. The 82 Petty 43, and then the Kyle Petty STP Uno, and the sheets are completely separate, Matt. So even if you use the one sheet, you don't wreck the other sheet. Clay put the tire decals on both sheets, so you actually end up with a full set of decals. That's like I don't know, 13. Well, with all the
$20. Oh, there it is.
Cars are in blue, and you get all that vermilion, that red STP red, on both cars on two separate sheets, so you don't have to use anything from one car for the other. So you technically get it like a $15 sheet to put in your pocket.
That's awesome.
So you can buy another Salvino's car and put it on that.
There you go.
Paint it, but yeah.
Hey, find one on sale. I don't know. Marco has them on sale all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, pretty cool. But the way he did the decals is really cool. And
I love that car.
So you don't have to paint anything. He's got all that color on there. The car comes blue. Of course, the whole car comes blue because it comes out of that big mold.
Yep.
But
the thing about that blue is it's been perfect Petty blue every time of all the kits that you've done.
Which goes to that question about, I've wondered how the next gen sprues so closely match the actual car color. Is this a special order dye that's added to the plastic injection?
No, it's pigment, but dye bleeds through when you paint.
That's why your old stuff, you always worry about it bleeding through the primers and everything. We don't use we use pigment, not dye. That's why the colored plastic spoons that you get your ice cream in don't turn your mouth funky colors.
So, and in the case of Petty, since we do it all the time, we send them some actual Petty paint in a jar, and they match it. And the same thing with Cartograph. We sent the STP red to them, and they matched it. So the fluorescent. So yeah, we do put the work into some things, depending on what it is. If it's a car, we're just going to do one time. It's maybe a weird color. They have a ring of probably I don't know, a couple, 300-400 colors that are standard. We'll just pick
they do a good job picking colors too.
Yeah. Well, I do it. That's why, Jim.
There we go.
I thought it was their expertise, not yours.
Actually, no, it's me and Clay. I'll call Clay up and go, "What do you think?" And we both have the same deal. And usually Clay picks it. And sometimes we'll go back and forth. But on the old cars, we always do it. On the new cars, Clay always picks it because he matches his decal on that back window. If it bleeds in, he matches the decal. So that way, when he makes the decal, he makes the decal to the color of the car. Now, sometimes Cartograph will vary a little bit, and sometimes the pigment will vary a little bit. But trust me, Clay is trying to do it exact, and doesn't always work out, but works out most of the time.
I have a question that attaches to this. The pigments, is it a actual powder that gets put into the mix of the styrene, or it's a liquid?
No, it's actually little dots. If you've seen it, it's hilarious, Matt.
Really?
You'll see this big old bucket of white. Well, it's not white. It's that milky, color that the samples are made out of. It's the virgin high impact styrene, right?
Yeah.
It's milky white. And you'll see just little specks of the cup. They have to stir it and mix it, right? And then melt it into the injectant thing. And they do, they melt tons at one time, right? And this little bit of their pellets exactly like the other pellets. So they put it in the pellet form and they come in and you go, how the hell did those few specks of black turn that thing black?
Yeah.
It's like mind. One day I'll have to take a film of that.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be great to see.
Yeah, it's really cool. But they did used to put powder in whenever they did the we call it the dyes, or they put liquid. I'm not sure how the hell they did it. I've never seen the dyeing process. I've only seen the pigment process. But I learned how you tell the difference. It's simple. Take a car, take your old MPC car.
Oh, we lost him again. What a tragedy.
But I know what he's going to say. If you take your old MPC car, that you take just a piece of paper and rub it on there on your MPC, which is an MPC hood, and you will see the color on there.
Hey, he's back.
But you do that to one of these new kits from the company here, and none of the kits will do that.
Right. So, anyways, I think we've went over time now.
Did we?
No, we're only 44 minutes in.
Well, I think we're good. You got any other questions?
We got to show
one more kit. And the kit that goes along with that petty kit is going to be what the heck is it?
Is it the Chastain?
I'm drawing a blank. Yeah, Ross Chastain's Bush Beer primary paint scheme.
Oh,
So
yes.
I don't think I've got that on here.
that's all right, but it's going to be Ross Chastain's Bush Beer paint scheme. So I think that's about it. If you want to load us, I got 90 pieces of photo etch over there, and if that's where it dies out, that's going to be all we ever make. And this is definitely a test run, so I don't know how many we're going to make, but it might be very, very limited. In fact, the joke was before we put it up, it might be just me and Matt getting to build a bunch of them in clay.
We'll be building a lot.
Yeah,
No, I think once people get them into their hands, they're gonna get pretty excited, especially if you're gonna do a painted version of this before too long. So I think the guys
well,
get
I mean,
excited.
the thing is, I mean, it's $250. We went $25 under what Model Factory Hero charges. We're not making a ton on them. If you guys want to be very honest, we're not. Not at all. If we sold a couple hundred, we wouldn't make it. It's more, again, getting back to how do you pick cars? What do you do? It's more we did it because we wanted to do the car, and it was the only way to do it. And no, we're not making much money out of it. If we sell 200, we'll make a few bucks. If we don't sell 200, we'll probably lose our butts, But it is what it is. We gave it a shot. So if you want to see more of the 3D or the multimedia type kits, remember they're not cheap. We don't make our profit margin that we make off a regular kit on this damn thing.
No.
So it's and that's Jim working for free. Can you imagine if you had to pay someone to design the damn thing?
I've got months in these.
Well,
so
that's what Model Factory Hero. He passed away now, but he always said, "How do you pick your cars? They're just cars he liked." And I mean, he just would go one to the other to the next, and so his fun wasn't actually doing the finished product. His fun was putting it together. You know what I mean? Making all the parts, getting them to fit as close as you can, and sending them off the spun metal to the resin guy. So he was really into prototyping, and really, I don't see any of his builds. Usually, his customer builds. He was just that's what he loved doing, and he'd pick the cars based on what he liked. Great company. Tell you, check them out. I mean, they do the Lotus 56 turbine. I think it's around 250. I don't know with import duty and stuff. It'll be, I don't know, it'll be under 300 probably to get it in, is my guess now with the tariffs and stuff. And they're really good.
Oh,
got another phone call. Let's see, Jim.
I lost you guys there. Sorry.
About the decals. Yes, I have, Sarah. Yes, I have. So most likely those get stuck in the next package coming out. So, all right, Rick. Well, we're just gonna dump him, and it's just gonna be you and me. He was done. He put enough hours in this.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna show. I will try to post on here a link to, but those of you that are in the Albuquerque-ish direction, I've said it since last week. I'm going to be at the model show there in Albuquerque. I think there's a flyer on the Facebook page. I'm going to be there Saturday for the model show. just there to meet and greet. I'm not selling any of our stuff, though I am going to enter something in the contest. And that kind of goes to what Rick was saying about uh doing what we do. We do a lot of the kits that it's stuff that Rick wanted, or Rick thinks that the builders wanted. In fact, that's why we did the original olds. That was the top of the list at the time that the model builders wanted. So that's why we picked it. So we try to pick stuff so that we're not wasting money on. So no, just Joseph, just the bike. Anyway, so we kind of try to pick and choose so it's not dumping money into things. So I think that was a good pick on his part on the Lotus. I think that's
Yeah.
got to be a really, really cool build. But if you are in the vicinity and would like to come and say hi, I would love to meet anybody. This is let's see, where is it? Did I put it in this one? Which one did I save it into?
No.
I've got it saved here someplace. I got too many oh, there it is. There it is.
There,
Wrong one.
it is.
That's what I'm showing, guys. It's 1/9 scale. I designed it about 6 years ago. Everything is 3D printed, kind of with the exception of the fork tubes, the triple clamps on the forks, and the triple clamps on the forks, and the rear swing arm are cast bronze from learning how to do that for our prototypes for our Lotus. So it's all kind of tied in and pulled back, but that's what I'm going to be showing at the show. And
That looks great.
thank you.
That really
Thank you.
looks
I appreciate your hints on that. And but once again, guys, I'm going to try to set this up so that it replays on Saturday morning for those who didn't luck out or have the misfortune of catching us as this little goof. But hey, thanks for spending your time on Saturday morning or your time here Thursday afternoon. We greatly appreciate it. Thanks, Matt, for stepping in. And hey,
Always love it.
You had a chance to wake up, have your coffee, get
Yeah. Oh, heck, my day was half over already.
get your producer out of there and on to his
Oh,
day,
yeah.
all that stuff. So what was that? Matt needs to use that slogan. Where is it?
Oh, up a little higher. Eric,
Why do we pick the cars? Because we can.
that's the next
Because
sticker.
we don't think we're going to lose our butts on them. And by the way, that motorcycle, it's a one and done. No, that's not going to see production. That's the only one alive. So
That's what makes it cooler.
yep, makes it cooler. And you know what? I think that's another subject that we could go into another day, is how printed stuff is making its way into competition, into shows. And there's probably going to be a few one-offs like this that happen, but unless the guys are crazy like me and can do them themselves, would be an expense for somebody. So anyway, Matt, thank you again. Thank you guys for being here on Thursday and Saturday and all that stuff. And the best day I had all week. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks, Drafting. And yeah, off we go. Let's see if I can get us out of here without messing things up any more than I did.
Little short today, but what the heck?
That's okay. That's okay.
That's all right. It makes up for all the times we've gone way over.
Yep. All right. Have a good day, Matt. Thanks.
You too. Take care. See you guys.
Play outro and end stream.